This is the Wii Viewer,
and the Little Wii Viewer.
and we're going to review...
Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues.
So, we've already reviewed the first Indiana Jones game. I remember we both said buy it, didn't we?
Probably.
So, Lego Indiana Jones 2 is basically about the fourth movie and a recap of each of the other movies.
With the fourth movie split up into 3 parts, making it to 18 levels, with more bonus levels.
Right. This game felt different than the other game we played, didn't you think so?
Probably.
While the play mechanics still played the same, the level designs themselves were completely different.
But they still had the same concept.
But the levels were more open and made you explore more.
True.
And I didn't like that. What about you?
Well, I didn't really care. This is a new game, so might as well. It took a year.
Might as well try something new?
Sure.
The problem I had was that all the objectives were so vague, a lot of times you wouldn't have a clue what you're doing in the level.
Like sometimes when you're at the beginning of the level, when you're choosing your level.
When you first pick the movie you want to go into, it starts you out at a basic hub, and you have to go to the level part by finding the arrow in that hub.
And sometimes you may even need to do special things to the map so you could go to that area.
This hub was sometimes very large. There'd be sometimes where you'd be wandering around the map not having a clue where to go.
They should have added like something on the side of the screen where it would show like an arrow.
Agreed. The only arrow that you got was where you had to go into in order to go into the next part of the level. Most of the gameplay in this title will be based after the fourth game, but there are recaps of the other movies if you want to play everyone's favorite scenes that they remade in this game. They are completely different levels and cutscenes from the original game, so you're not just getting recycled material from the previous game, which was nice. There was one major thing in this game that was completely different than the first game, and that was the way they handled the multiplayer. Because they used split screens this time. I'm a little bit mixed on it. I don't know what to think about it. On one hand, it was nice having your own camera so you could see what you were doing. But on the other hand, sometimes the worlds look so much alike, it kind of made it a bit confusing at times.
The split screen will go flopping around sometimes, showing you where the character is. So if the split screen is going long ways, it's saying one character is more up in the world and one character is more down.
I didn't mind the way the original was done. This works too. Now when you're actually in the levels, they occasionally will give you a hint on what to do, but most of the time they really won't. But again, these levels were often very open and you wouldn't really know what to do.
Sometimes the levels are actually so tight, some bonus levels, that you may have no idea what to do either.
But that's more of figuring out the puzzle of the level, other than not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about these spaces that are just completely open. And then there's the driving sections, which I absolutely hated.
I think we're going to have a totally different opinion on this one, because me and my best friend that played this game totally liked it.
You didn't think the controls on the cars were extremely loose?
Probably on the motorcycles, so you need like open space.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to deal with that. That shows poor control. Even the cars were slippery. They all felt like you were driving on ice. And it got even worse when you had to go destroy cars. They would often give you a certain number of cars to destroy in order to beat a level. Those were the worst levels you had to deal with. Not only were they boring, but they were extremely frustrating due to the vehicle controls.
Like I said, we have totally different opinions on this. I didn't mind the vehicle controls.
To give this game unlimited replay, they added in a level builder, which I thought was fantastic. Did you enjoy the create a level mode?
Yes, very much. I love level builders.
Well, I thought the build a level mode was cool. You know the one major flaw with the entire thing?
No idea.
You can't share any of it online. So basically you're building it for yourself and no one else is going to see it other than your friends. How cool would it have been if you could have uploaded it like you could in Blastworks?
There should be an online mode, and you should be able to upload your levels.
I agree. They totally missed the boat on that. So, little reviewer, Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues. Would you buy, rent, or skip?
It's a buy. And if you like level building and you like Legos, it's a real Lego-based creator for you to buy.
I didn't find it as much fun to play as the original title, mainly because the original game was based on the superior movies in the series, and not the lame fourth movie. However, the game most of the time was fun to play, and the level builder was complex enough to really make some creative levels. But until the game comes down to $20, I think the game is only worth a rent.